So we're coming now to verse 9 of chapter 1 of the Gospel of John. And again, we have a verb here that we've seen before, the capital eta there, pronounced ein. It was, referring now to the light that was alluded to in the previous verse. It was to phos, the light, the to alethénon, the true. So it was the light, the true. And this, of course, is referring back to the light which originally was mentioned in connection with the Logos. We were told that John the Baptist was a witness to that light. Now John extends the point a bit further. It was the light, the true, that which, relative pronoun, photidze. The verb photidzo means I light or I light up. In this case, it's the light which lights up. Panta, all, anthropon, or every man, erkomenon, every man coming, participle, into the world. This, of course, is a verse that's simple in terms of its vocabulary and profound in terms of its meaning. It's been a matter of some great discussion down through the history of comment as to just exactly what is meant by the statement that this light, which is found originally in the Logos, is light that lights up every man coming into the world. There's a bit of a debate as to whether the coming into the world is referring to light or referring to man. It could actually grammatically go either way. Is it talking about the light which is coming into the world, or is it talking about every man that comes into the world? It seems the latter of those is the more likely, and thus it would seem to stand for some idea that this light that is found originally in the Logos reaches every human being, even those who may not represent any kind of faithful adherence to the Logos or even understanding of him or knowledge of him, nevertheless in some sense or other is lit up. This may refer to conscience, it may refer to some capacity to understand God, to understand that there is something greater, some greater reality that overrules creation. Something like that seems to be in mind here. And thus we find even in the ancient Greeks some idea that there is this underlying, undergirding principle that gives rationality and meaning to all of life. And now we find John really introducing it here in a way that seems to give some kind of biblical justification for that view, and indeed explain it as that which is located in what John calls the Logos.